Um, Everyone back at Equality Charter School, I want to, one, thank Barnes & Noble for giving us this opportunity and for this partnership. But most of all, I want to thank all of you, so parents, scholars, and staff, for taking time out of your day to actually attend something that is precious to so many, but also gives us an opportunity to be able to have a glimpse into the talents and abilities of not only our scholars, but also our staff members who will also be doing some reading tonight. So right now it gives me great pleasure to be able to introduce someone who was very instrumental into this night happening, and that is Mr. J. Tonight, so I'm going to turn everything over to him, and he will be running the show for us tonight. So thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure here to be here tonight. Thank you guys for coming out. It's our first time doing this. We hope to, come back and do it again. Your scholars, your sons and daughters have worked very hard on this poetry that they're about to present. And we just thank you for coming out to here. And these young people, I'm telling you, have worked tremendously hard. I've stalked them to get these poems done. Okay, you can ask them. But we're just gonna get started.
My name is Amber Ayala. I am an 8th grader at Equality Charter School, and I am here tonight to recite a poem that I have written myself. I have been inspired to write this poem because I wanted this to be similar to the concept of this gathering. That poem is called Books. Welcome, welcome. Come in, my dear. You might as well buy a book while you're here. There's fiction, biographies, and so many more. But if you're not buying a book, there's the door. There's also science fiction, and then there's mystery. So say you could buy a book about the old history. There are so many selections, so much to choose. But just don't buy a book that you know you'll lose. There's the Bookfair. They're meant to be bought. Don't buy a book that has already been taught. So that's the end. Please, come on in. But go out and tell a friend. So this is it. Like I said before, if you're not buying the book, you can walk out.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Ty Calendar. I wrote this poem called Family because earlier this year I lost my grandfather. So, I was just thinking about him, so I wrote this poem. Family. The pack is close, and sometimes there's a lone wolf. A lone wolf never survives alone. A lone wolf needs a family. A pack of wolves, they act like a family. Together, they defeat every and anything. Once an alpha has passed on, the pack isn't the same. Just like a family, we all have that one that everyone needs. A lone wolf can only fight one problem. A pack can fight the world.
I'm Mr. Jackson. I'm an art teacher at Equality Charter School, and the poem that I'm going to recite is Firecracker. The color black is glistening, shimmery hair sheen, on a sweated out perm 212 degrees from point boiling. It is white tank top, shirt sore, fogged up bifocals, sweat beads above the belt buckle, too hot to see anything but transparent ripples transcending, radiating heat slowly off of his muscles. Rising off the asphalt absorbing, children running strolling 1, 2, 3 at a time to a rhyme of a hip-hop booming playground. Don't black people know black absorbs heat? That black turns to brown when the sun takes its seat? And looking up blinds the eye, so we look down at each other, talking about somebody's mother. Too hot for black to be outside, absorbing heat, fanning flame, at least on the ride.
My name is Caitlin. My poem is called Think Happy.
Don't think negative to bring negativity. Think positive to bring positivity. People may try to bring you down. People may try to bring all the drama, but put your head up and tell it to your mama. You may think they do it for fun, but in reality they do it because they're punk. So like I said, think positivity, not negativity, because all of that brings bad things. So like I said twice, and I'll say it again, think positivity, not negativity, because we all want the best in life.
The poem is entitled "Life is But a Dream." Everything is a dream to me. Oh, how serene to me. How they prayed for a nightmare when I dreamed for me. I was scared, you see. I tried to be. Scared to fall when even I dared to be. But can't you see that I'm doing me? I'm gonna get my swag back.
Hello, good evening. My name is Daniela Kaberi. I'm an 8th grader at Equality Charter School. I am going to recite a poem called Ballad of Birmingham by Dudley Randall, which was inspired by the horrific church bombings in Birmingham, Alabama in 1963. Mother dear, may I go downtown instead of out to play and march the streets of Birmingham in a freedom march today? No, baby, no, you may not go, for the dogs are fierce and wild, and clubs and hoses, guns and jails are not good for a little child. But mother, I won't be alone. Other children will go with me and march the streets of Birmingham to make our country free. No, baby, no, you may not go, for I fear those guns will fire. But you may go to church instead and sing in the children's choir. She has combed and brushed her night dark hair and bathed rose petals sweet, and drawn white gloves on her small brown hands and white shoes on her feet. The mother smiled to know her child was in the sacred place, but that smile was the last smile to come upon her face. For when she heard the explosion, her eyes grew wet and wild. She raced through the streets of Birmingham, calling on her child. She clawed through bits of glass and brick, then lifted out a shoe. Oh, here's a shoe my baby wore, but baby, where are you?
All right, picture painting. Broken bottles and buds of cigarettes cover the ground, while a man drinks a 40 inside of a bag that's brown. Brothers hang by the bodega on the corner. Sounds of Mr. Softly Blast as children play in hydrant water. I purchase a bag of chips and a juice press at a quarter, give a pound to my man, then proceed to pay the owner. As I leave, back to the streets, I feel the aura. I say peace to the poppy in front, drinking Coronas. Double Dutch jumpers are jumping while reggae tunes are bumping. A Trini kid eats Aki and dumplings. Knuckleheads on the block plot, they up to something. As children play with icy stains hot, they tired from running. Laughing at the local fiend, his brother's bugging. A squad car goes around with an officer mugging. Where murals are painted for those who are lost but not forgotten, as older men play dominoes and laugh with teeth that's rotten. A younger man willies through the block on his bike, debating to self, should I get oxtails or a slice? A center breast from Kennedy's or 4 wings and fried rice? As gentlemen indulge themselves in a game involving dice. Cats with Timbs and shorts, smoking on Newports. Yankee fitteds cover the eyes of those who try to hide. The block is hot, you better be wise. I heard an older man tell a younger clan these words from his ride. Frolic brothers with pits passing something that's lit on a park bench where they sit, spitting schemes of getting rich. While brothers on the basketball court where hood lessons are taught, I see a nickel bag being bought, I guess a high is what he sought. As a bum searches through the garbage for a short, I'll give my little neighbor and her friends $1 just to buy some chalk. The streets of the Bronx, watch where you go. Watch where you be, who you with, and most deaf the words you talk. But hey, it's the hood and you gotta love it. I wouldn't place nothing in front, and most of all, nothing above it. But this is who I am, the culture that made me. Painting a picture through scripture in my notebook. Peace.